In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to go from this to this and elevate your YouTube views coming up. Okay, the YouTube thumbnail. This is one of the most important parts of your video. You can have the best content, amazing workouts, but if no one clicks on it, it's useless. The number one thing the audience on YouTube sees is that thumbnail. So you've got to make it pop. You've got to make it look good. Well, when I first started out, some of the things that you'll see people doing is literally just screenshotting or taking a screenshot from the video. Sometimes no one even puts a title on it and they just put it out there and hope that people will click on it. People on YouTube are making beautiful, eye-catching thumbnails. So if yours is just kind of run-of-the-mill screenshot, it's probably not gonna get clicked on near as often as the ones who have work put into them. Here are a few tips on making your thumbnail really pop. Number one, I like to use Canva. So that's the platform that I use. I actually, up until probably last year, I just used the free version of it, which is really great as well. Then I realized that I needed to up my game with my thumbnail, so I decided to buy the subscription, which I think is only $16 a month. It's not too bad, but it really does give you a lot more options on making the thumbnails really nice and special and bright. It's definitely a learning curve. You gotta kind of fool around with it, play around with it for a bit. There's tutorials on there that you can follow. There's lots of templates that you can start off using. But once you get the hang of it, you'll find that it's really easy to be creative in your own brand, colors, pictures, and really make that nice and bright. One of the things that I did early on was I looked in my genre. So fitness obviously is the genre. I looked to see my competitors' thumbnails and videos. I looked to see which ones were doing well, and I thought, okay, that looks good. Maybe I'll make something similar to that. You definitely don't want to copy, but you can look to see what even catches your own eye. So I would go in the fitness genre and I'd flip through lots of different thumbnails and take a look, and I thought, oh, the one with the total white background and just the black letters standing out, that catches my eye, so maybe I'll try that. If you find that you're not super creative with thumbnails, maybe that's just not your thing, and it definitely wasn't mine. One of the things I started with was hiring someone from Upworks or Fiverr, giving them a few screenshots of what you liked and what you were interested in, and seeing what they could come up with. So I would give them the title of the workout, everything that I wanted on there, the photo of me, and then I just said, okay, have at her. Give it a try and let's see what you come up with. And even their ideas gave me ideas of what I liked and what I didn't like. So testing the waters relatively inexpensively, like $5 for Fiverr, gave me, again, ideas to work with. Another tip is to make sure that the language that you use on the thumbnail is captivating, right? So I've tested this many times, and I feel like words like brutal, killer, intense, obliteration, those sorts of words actually get people to click on my thumbnail. And you don't want to use clickbait, you don't want to say what's not true about the actual video. But when I did have a super intense workout, or one that I found that was just like on fire for me, I'd use those words and make sure that I deliver on what I said, but those words did really well. Now you want to make sure that you're not using clickbait, trying to get people just to click on it. But when I used those words, I found that that sort of intense language really got people to click on my video. Now here's what is interesting about that. Recently, I put out a video with my husband and I, because it's COVID-19, I thought we would do a little workout where he led the husbands on a workout. So the thumbnail was great. You can see here, it was eye-catching, it was poppy. The click rate on people clicking on that thumbnail to check out what the video was about was really high. It was one of the highest click rates that I've ever had. But when people saw the content, a workout from just a guy, well, it wasn't super suited to my audience, and so the watch time was relatively short in comparison to all my other videos. So what that helped me see is that my audience is definitely not interested in having a guy lead the workouts. So I'm actually gonna test coming up this next week a workout with he and I together. So husband and wife, side by side, let's just see how that does. So you wanna make sure that you're not using clickbait, that you're actually delivering exactly what you say on the front of your video, but make sure that you're using really expressive, colorful language and words. Well, not colorful language, but colorful words so that people's eyes are drawn to them and they're gonna wanna click. One of the things that I really did in upping my game on my thumbnails was to make sure that I used crisp, clear photos. Now, I've again used Fiverr as a little helper along the way here. So I have my good camera, I take a nice, clear, crisp photo, and then I've hired someone over on Fiverr to edit the photo and to cut out and crop me out of the background. I'm not a professional at that, so it saves me a ton of time. It's relatively inexpensive. And now my thumbnail can look like nice and poppy and bright. Lastly, you really want to see what's working in your genre, in your field. So if you're doing workouts for guys or for girls or for seniors, see what videos are doing well, take a look at their thumbnails, take a look at their titles, see what words resonate with you and what stands out as a theme. I found what was helpful for mine was to list the time and to really be descriptive in my title about what was exactly included in the video. So if I had a no repeat or a no equipment required, those were important components to include in the title. Maybe not the thumbnail, but the title for sure. So there's just a few ways that you can make your thumbnail pop and make sure that people actually click on the amazing content that you have for them. Well, that's it for me. If you want to see a little bit more on how I started my YouTube channel, you can click or tap the screen there, and how I make money using YouTube, you can click or tap the screen right there. All right, see you guys in the next video.